Hi, this is Jody from Teachtopia TV with a brief tutorial, actually a series of tutorials on how to make a web page using HTML5. I'm going to take you from the very beginning on how to create an HTML5 based web page and follow through. Just so you know, we're going to be using a Windows 7 computer for the majority of the tutorials. I will, as we get into later tutorials, show you how to do similar tasks with a if you are on a Windows 8 machine perhaps, or a Mac OS or even Linux. Almost everything we do here is cross-platform. Okay, let's go ahead and start. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to open our Notepad. If in Windows 7 you have your little start thing right here, and we're going to type in Notepad, and we type in Notepad. Hopefully the application comes up. Boom. Now, this is the core tool you need to start creating a web page. You do not need to buy a big fancy HTML editor, although those do work. The Windows Notepad that comes with it, or any basic text editor, will work. Notice that this is different from Microsoft Word or OpenOffice or LibreOffice in that it really has just basic functions of editing text. Although in this case we're not just creating text, we're creating text that'll be seen as HTML, so by web browsers. So let's go ahead and do some of the core elements of a web page. Now let me explain what happens. We write some text, hello, and then somehow that text is interpreted by a browser and creates a web page. Well, hello doesn't say much, and it doesn't even tell the web browser what we are doing. So in order to start off this page, we have to tell the browser, which is going to interpret this web page, we have to tell the browser that we are using HTML5. So let's go ahead, HTML, beginning tag, HTML, closing tag. That means that everything within those tags is HTML. Now, let's go over this. What are these two symbols right here? They call it they're inequality signs, but they begin and end this one tag here, and then this / here closes the tag. So everything within here, the browser is going to know is HTML. Now with HTML5, it's very important to also have something called doc type. And that is where you're telling the browser what kind of document you are writing. Notice here we go, doc type HTML. Now, that means the browser will know that it's viewing HTML. And for HTML5, as of this point in HTML5's progression as a markup language, this is all we need to put. Now there are some additional things which we could add here, such as the language is going to be in English or Spanish, and there's a few other things, but at this point this will totally work. So we have doc type HTML, HTML, the words hello, and HTML. Well, if we were to right now save this, all we would get in the browser perhaps is the word the word hello. Everything that's in tags is not shown by the browser when it interprets it. And when I say browser, we're generally talking about IE, Internet Explorer. We also be talking about Firefox or Chrome. Those are the three that I generally test my websites on. So let's go ahead and save this file, save as. And if you look here, you're able to save it as a .txt file. Well, that's great, but we want to make an HTML file. So what we do is, I'm going to call this file "This Will Work," because I'm hoping my page works, .html. Okay, this will work .html. Okay, and I'm going to save it on the desktop. Save. And there we see this will work. Okay, so there's our file. This will work.html. Notice it already associated Chrome with it. That's the Chrome icon. That means that if you click on it, it will launch in Chrome, and you'll see the site we just created. Now, say you don't want to preview it in Chrome. All you do is you right-click, assuming you're in Windows, and you could open with, and notice we have the other choices here: Firefox, we have Google Chrome, and we have Internet Explorer. So let's go ahead and open it in Chrome, and let's see if it worked. I'm opening up Chrome, and let's see what happens. Hello, and that's what we wrote. Okay, we wrote hello. Now, not much of a web page at this point. In fact, all we are seeing is hello, but it's clearly at the beginning of an HTML web page. Now, if you go to tutorial 2, which is coming up, I'm going to show you how to title your web page and how to begin formatting your web page. But this is just the very, very beginning of one of many of a series of tutorials that show you the tools to make your own web page. What did we do? We went to a text editor from our start menu. We typed in Notepad. Notepad came up. We clicked on it. We saved to desktop, and we began to edit. Now, guess what? When we continue again, we'll be editing this same file here. And we'll make that something a little more fancy out of this hello right here. We'll title our page, and soon we'll even get to things like links, which take you from page to page. This was Jody from Teachtopia TV. I'm looking forward to seeing you at tutorial number 2 coming up.